Hello Vintec Cellar Club members. I'm looking forward to seeing you again for probably the first time in about 3 years. Hopefully I'll see some familiar faces and hopefully I'll see some new faces this time around when I return and visit Australia and host a series of dinners in collaboration with Vintec Electrolux and of course with Rare Wine Dinners. I wanted to just take the opportunity to do a little bit of a video on some of the wines we'll be tasting and just kind of tell you a little bit about them before I actually see you on the night. So I believe this time around we'll be visiting 3 to 4 states in Australia. So, you know, if you see this video, you get an invite, I suggest you snap it up because this will be probably one of the greatest dinners I've actually held in collaboration with Vintec Electrolux. So let's get straight into it. I just want to introduce these wines, do this as quickly as I can. So for the white wine that we'll taste for the evening, I've selected a 1988 Spätlese Riesling from Germany. This is a Mosel white wine, roughly 40 years of age, from the great Wellness vineyard, which is extremely well known because of the wines that J.J. Prum produced from that vineyard. This is not J.J. Prum, but what I can tell you is this is a wonderful wine that is only just starting to show some age complexity alongside its freshness, its acidity, its minerality, and its wonderful lemon characters. I think you'll thoroughly enjoy this wine. It's a great place to start and kick us off into an evening of wines that will go back almost to 100 years of age. Following the white wine of the evening, we'll step straight into the reds, which is where the excitement starts. I've got 2 wines from the same negociant, both from the same vintage, 1967. 1967 itself was known as a good to very good vintage, not an exceptional vintage in Burgundy. In fact, they believe that many of the wines may not stand the test of time, but contrary to that belief at the time, I can tell you after tasting many 1967s that these wines are drinking beautifully today. They're more on the elegant side, showing wonderful floral characteristics. There's still a lot of lovely soft berry characters, floral characters and tertiary characters, everything that you would expect from Burgundy. These 2 examples, Volnay and Santenay, will try side by side. Same negociant or producer or bottling producer, just two different appellations from within Burgundy, from the same vintage. So should be lots of fun to try these wines. Again, we're talking about 50-year-old plus wines. And I can tell you I've tasted both and they're both excellent. From there we'll move along to 2 more Burgundy. And again, this time, same producer. We're heading across to Beaune. But we're stepping up in terms of vintage. We're stepping up to 2 of the greatest vintages of the 60s, 1966 and 1964. Now, what a rare treat to try Premier Cru from the same producer in Beaune, 64 against 66. These 2 vintages often compete between people who taste these wines for, which one is the better of the 2. So on this occasion, you'll have the opportunity to decide for yourself, will it be 64 or will it be 66? These particular wines came from a great cellar in Europe. They're in impeccable condition. Levels are down about 2 centimeters. The labels are intact from 2 untouched 6-packs originally. As I said, I've tasted one of these wines. I've tasted the 66. I'm about to taste the 64 soon before I come, but really looking forward to sharing these wines for you. Definitely a step up from the 67s in terms of both vintage and quality. We're in Premier Cru territory here. From there, we'll head across to Bordeaux. And for the Bordeaux wines, I actually only have one of them here to actually show you. The other is actually already in Sydney awaiting my arrival to get ready for the dinner. But this is by far the one that is the most interesting. So it's a 1947 Chateau La Rose from Saint-Emilion in Bordeaux. Now you can see the labels are not in fantastic condition. That doesn't matter. We're interested in the condition of the wine inside the bottle, particularly because we're drinking these wines. Perhaps if you're a collector who is collecting for for the sake of returns on wine and investing in them, you may not be so interested in these bottles or this bottle because of the condition of the label. For those who are just drinking, we don't care, and typically a poorer condition label offers an opportunity to buy these wines at a much more acceptable price. I can tell you I've tried this wine. Again, it came from an untouched 6-pack. It's 1947, one of the trio of 40s vintages, 1945, 47 and 49, which are known as the trio of vintages, but they're all exceptional 10 out of 10 vintages. 47 was extremely hot. It produced rich, opulent wines. This wine is no different. It is rich, it is opulent, but it is also wonderfully balanced and showing a lot of very complex characters. It's settled down, there are no harsh edges. The opportunity to taste a 47, without spending many thousands of dollars is really unusual. So I look forward to sharing this with you, and I'm sure you'll love to taste this wine and remember it for many years to come. We'll also be tasting a 1978 Chateau Garzin from Pomerol. So another right bank wine. As I said, don't have that here to show you, just other than to say it should be a wonderful experience as well. Not quite as old, not quite as rare, but still wonderful to see side by side with the 47. To finish off the evening, we're actually going to step right back to 1926, a 96-year-old sweet wine. It's a Saint Croix de Mont. Again, the labels have fared as well as they could for 96 years of age. The levels are fantastic. The colour is fantastic. Look at it, beautiful golden yellow. Sweeter style of wine. It's not Sauterne, it's Saint Croix de Mont. So wonderful opportunity to try a wine close to 100 years old. I think it's the oldest wine we've ever served at a Vintec Rare Wine Dinners collaboration, and certainly a fitting wine to end the evening on. So, if you're out there and you're watching this video and you're wondering, should I purchase a ticket to this dinner? If I was you, I would snap them up. As I said, we'll roll through, 1980s Riesling, 4 1960s Burgundies, right? We'll head to Bordeaux, we'll do a 47 and a 78, and then we'll finish out the evening on a wonderfully rare 96-year-old sweet wine from France. Looking forward to seeing you all on those few weeks towards the end of October. See you then. Thank you. Bye.